Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Chuck, and I'm parked in the veteran parking place. I'm a veteran, so I guess that's okay. But so guess where I'm at? Well, I'm over at Home Depot, and I'm starting a new project today. And let me tell you a little bit about what it is. Y'all know I take care of the old fire truck over at the museum. I'm the caretaker, and I drive it. And well, up on the 14th, on Saturday the 14th, we've got our annual car show. And so some of the folks over there would kind of like it to be a little bit shinier than it is. And so, we don't want to damage the patina on it, and we want to preserve that World War II number on the hood. But in doing some little bit of research on YouTube, I figured out that a way that I can, something to try to make it a little bit shinier. So what I did, I came over here to Home Depot, and I bought some of this stuff. All right, now there's a bunch of YouTube channels out there where people put this stuff on rat rods and it makes the old patina shine up. And I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if it works. And so this is the first part of this. And I'll get back with you in another part and let you know while we're doing it and how it comes out. Okay, I got the old truck out and I'm getting ready to take it over to the house. So I'll do a before and after, and this is the before. Now, if you wonder why we don't just paint the darn thing, there's a reason for that, and let me show you. I've talked about it before, but I'll show you again. If you look at the top of that hood is that olive drab paint. That's original Army paint from World War II. And see that number right there? That's U.S. Army. That's the original Army number from World War II. If we painted it, we'd lose that. So we want to protect it and maybe shine it up a little bit, but we don't want to lose that number and we don't want to lose that patina. So anyway, let me walk on around and show you the before. I've never used the Penetrol before, so I don't know how well it's going to come out. I don't know what it's going to look like. I've watched some YouTube videos about it. But we'll find out here pretty quick, and I'm going to video at least part of the process, and I'll definitely show you what it's like when it's done. Okay, back up a little bit to get a better shot of it. So there's the before, and I'll come back with another little snippet here in a bit. Okay, it's the next day, and we're starting to work on the truck, and we actually had a thunderstorm move through here this morning, and dumped a little bit of rain and thunder and lightning, but it moved off now. It's about 10:30, and so I'm starting to clean the old truck up, and as you can see, there's some places where the paint's pretty chalked up on it. And so one of the things that happened, and I'll try to explain this, is that originally, you have a real hard time seeing it on the door, but maybe you can see it right there, is you can see the original name. It said Payson Fire Department. Well, then it went to another department, and that one they put their initials on it. It's EVPFD. Well, for a while, this was stored back at Payson's fire station. And what this actually is, if you can imagine that, is a stencil that they use to mark the back of their fire coats. And at some point in time, somebody from Payson Fire thought, well, we ought to just lay that up against there and shoot it right quick with paint. And they did. So that's why that's there. But that's not original. So in fiddling around trying to see if I can make this thing back a little bit more original the way it was and try to get it ready to put the Penetrol on it, I went ahead and I started working on the other side. So let me take you over here. And I started wet sanding it. Well, by golly, look what I got. I managed to get clear through that, and I got to the original lettering. Took a little bit of elbow grease. I worked on it with 1000 grit wet sanding. But I got that far with it, so I'm going to go ahead and try to do the same thing on the other side. And then I don't want to take too much of this red off, and I certainly don't want to mess with the Army numbers. I told you about that in the last segment. But I do, there's a spot of grease up here I got to get rid of. That apparently dripped from the garage door opener over there where it's stored at. And then I want to kind of maybe run down with a little green scrubber pad or something, try to get some of this. You can see some goober over here that needs to come off, and I don't want to spend too much time on it. but I want to get some kind of a decent base to where the Penetrol will look good on there. And as you can see, the paint's really chalked up. It's turned orange. You can see it in the sunlight here. But that's what I'm doing. And I'll come back with you and give you another report here down the road a little bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is after the first coat. As you see, that door came out not as good as the other one, but it came out okay. Now, I did the cab. I did not do this front part yet, so you can see the difference right there. But you can see there's a bit of a shine. It's still drying, so it's not where it's going to be yet. You can still see brush marks on the hood because, once again, it's still drying out. Naturally, when I tried to do this, you look over that direction, you got a storm coming in. So I don't know what that's going to do to it. Hopefully it'll dry before storm gets here. But I didn't get the roof done yet. I'm going to be doing that here right now, hopefully before the rain comes. But I got this, the first part of it done, first coat. Not sure what I think of it. It's a lot of work. It definitely adds a different texture to it. So what did it do to the, I haven't done the pump yet either in the front. That's going to, obviously got a lot of detail work there, so that's going to take a little bit. So what did it do to my Army numbers? Well, they're not as visible as they were before. So I'm not sure whether I like that or not. So jury's still out as to whether I think this is good stuff or not. It's a lot of work putting it on. It's not difficult on a difficulty scale, but it's tedious and takes a while. And it smells like linseed oil because that's basically what it is. It's giving it a little bit of a shine. I think it'll get a little bit more of a shine as it dries. But that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna hurry up and try to get that roof done before the storm comes in. And I'll be back with you with more information here in a little bit. Okay, so there we are after the first coat. Our storm has kind of lightened up a little bit. It hasn't got here yet, but it's sure threatening us. The outflow boundary came in, so it's nice and cool. But Penetrol hadn't dried totally yet. You can still see some swirl marks on it from where I rubbed it on with a cloth. But anyway, I got the top done and went ahead and did the edge of the body all the way around. I still got to do the pump. I haven't done it yet. But anyway, this is kind of what it looks like. It looks a lot different. It really darkened up, especially the military green part. It really darkened it up. The cloth marks are supposed to come out of it when it dries totally. Right now it's a little sticky. And you can see that lettering didn't get quite as good on this side as it did on the other side. And maybe I'll work on it with some 1000 grit wet sanded a little bit more. I might be able to get that lettering come back out. But if nothing else, it'll work as a pattern to replace it. I still got to do that toolbox. You can see the difference. You know how light that is and chalky looking. But this paint's real bad. It really sucked that stuff up like a sponge. But like everybody said, it goes a long ways. I want to do the wheels yet. I haven't done them. And anyway, that gave you a rough idea of what's going on. I'll come back with you again here in a little bit as I make a little bit more progress. And obviously this is going to be kind of a disjointed thing when I finally get it all put together. But I'll be back with you here in a little bit. Like I say, it still looks stormy. Heard a little bit of thunder, but so far it hasn't got here. And the shade is nice because I could take my tarp down and work outside with it, and it made it a lot easier to do that roof. I'll be back with you in a little bit. Well, folks, there's the finished product. Back over right where it started. And it's still drying. It's not quite totally dry yet, so you can see some cloth marks on the hood there especially. It takes about 48 hours for this stuff to dry, and it's been on there about 24. So brought it over here so I could show it to you exactly the same spot where I originally started at. I'll give you a quick walk around. The doors look quite a bit different because of the wet sanding, and I think we're going to go ahead and redo the lettering on the doors. I think that's part of the plan now. So anyway, that's what it looks like. Still got a little bit more work to do on it. If you can see that little toolbox on the side, I haven't done that yet. I got to give a little more love to the wheels and stuff. But that's basically done. That's basically what it's going to look like. And so let me walk the rest of the way around here, and I'll tell you as I always do, take care of each other, love each other. Sorry about getting into the sun. But we're going to have it over here for the car show on Saturday. And I'll try to do a video about that. So I guess right now I'll close this one, and I'll catch you on another one here pretty quick. So right now, if I haven't said it already, take care of each other, love each other, and I'll be back on another one here pretty quick.